Hi everyone, it's Athena. Welcome back. It's the 4th of August, 2020. So we have 2 4s, right? Actually, that's not true. There's more, because the 8 becomes 2 4s, and the 2 4s in 2020, or 1 4 in 2020, and then today is the 4th, so we have 2, 3, 4 4s. So today, and obviously I don't do that every day, as you know, in my dailies. So because it just happened naturally, I'm thinking that our security and stability, our foundation is being rebuilt from the inside out, which, I mean, totally makes sense, right? But maybe there's more to it, right? Let's see, maybe there's going to be an uncovering of some kind of information, maybe property issues. Let's just see what's happening. Okay, this is a collective reading for all who watch. And thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you. Oh, well, I love this, right? We love this. Our cup runneth over. Emotionally very stable day. Feeling really good. Not only loving self, but perhaps a new love coming in, right? And one that is going to provide peace and happiness and a sense of compassionate love, right? That's the highest form of love. Universe is handing this to us. I mean, right? I love that. Okay, so during the course of which we're going to stand up for our beliefs. If this is whatever, new love, old love, love that we're already involved in, you always stand up for what you believe. You do it with loving compassion, but yet in the same breath, you make sure that you protect your love as well. You're protecting your heart, protecting the love that's coming, protecting just how you feel, your emotions, making sure that you keep a stable. Okay, so we have despair, grief. So clearly this is about someone who is feeling defeated and grieving the loss. And the other person, it looks like the other person is saying, you know, I have great compassion, but I have to also follow my heart, right? I have to follow my heart. And I know your heart is broken, but I have to do the right thing and set boundaries. I don't see this as anything except these 2 cards depicting the change that one is making in their life is that they're finally sticking up for their love of self. Okay? So there's going to be changes that are made in love. The wheel's going to turn because this defeat, this sadness, this grief is karmic. It was a karmic love that had to end, and many are going through that. This was the full moon yesterday in Aquarius, right? So what's done is done, and now let's look forward motion, right? We stood up for what we believed in terms of we stood up for our heart. We protected our heart. So that, and also it doesn't necessarily mean that you've lost someone or an ending. It could mean that you're just protecting your heart, right? And moving forward, we'll see. But in the past, this is the past part, at least it looks like right now, someone was saying no to just saying that they have love. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people do that, and I've said this before. where people just get in relationships just so that they can say they're in a relationship. So someone finally is protecting themselves, and now the wheel is turning. We have a Queen of Pentacles who's not only protecting, this is her heart she's holding. It is. She's protecting her heart. She's healing. She's Mother Earth, right? She's compassionate. This is someone who is very compassionate, and maybe through, looking back or whatever has been lost, someone is protecting themselves, right? And making sure that they hold what's true to them. They hold their values of what they deserve, and what they give their time and effort to is important, right? So the wheel is now, this person has gained not only the valuable lessons of loss, but also the stability of and protection of self-love, loving themselves to the point where they will not allow anything except what they feel they deserve. You're sitting on your throne as a queen and or king. It makes no difference. You are still holding your heart very true. You want to give your heart to someone, but you also don't want it to just be anyone, right? Absolutely not. You're sitting here in a very comfortable position. All of the fruits of your labor, right, is around you, surrounds you. You have been humbled through this, right? This loss has humbled you. Whatever, if there is a loss or you're just looking back, it has humbled you. When we put our heads down, that is a humbling, the body language is, very humbling. You had to stick up for what you believed in, and that's what you did. And if that meant losing someone, then so be it. And that was the price, so to speak, that you had to pay. You lost someone because you were making sure that you made the right decision and protecting your heart in doing so with someone from your past, or a soulmate relationship, or someone that you thought and saw. Soulmates are all about the lessons we learn, right? We look back on the past and we know what we learned. We learn in every aspect, in every relationship, be it a friendship, could be a soulmate. It doesn't have to be just a love relationship, because we love our friends, don't we? Right? But in this depiction, it looks like the loss of someone who really thought this was their person, that the one, right? The one cup had to pay the price, and the wheel, that was the price you had to pay for the love that you've had for a lengthy period of time. So someone paid the price because the wheel turned and said, this love has to go. Whatever it is, whether it's 1, 2, 3, there's 5 cups here. So whether you were in a relationship for 5 months, 5 years, the wheel said, here's the price, because here's the cutting point. Here's where we didn't. I think the universe came in and said, it's time to go. I know you want to protect. You're protecting your heart. And in doing so, to the king or queen, of Pentacles, it's time to go. And if you can't do it, I'm going to have to come in and do that for you. And that's what the wheel showed up as. Because a love that is meant for you is the one that you're with. I think this could have been a situation where someone realized that their true love was someone that perhaps they have children with. See? or it's the loss of a soulmate and or true love. And if that is the case, I am sorry if you are mourning a physical loss. But if not, the wheel said, you can't keep doing what you're doing. You have to defend your heart. Your heart is with the person that you have children with. And you have to defend that. And that's what you've done. Your heart is to your children. Yeah. No more lying to yourself. The lies, the deceit, everything's been exposed. It's done. So that's why I felt that. I felt that someone who may have tried, you go to different people to escape, and then you realize that the escape was just that. It was all for ego purposes. The swords are all your ego, right? Someone got either caught, or someone who was trying to maybe get away with it did not. And now they're carrying the burden, right? It's over because it's a 10. The 10 of Wands is over. But the truth is out. So someone's carrying that burden, which is what? Grief, shame, guilt. Universe stepped in and probably also said, this is the price you have to pay for love. I mean, that's the bottom line. It is. The bottom line is someone had to pay the price. And, if it was a third party escape, which I feel it was, someone had to release the cup that they thought they wanted. Universe handed you the cup, right? Universe handed you the cup, even though you probably maybe denied it. This is the cup that belongs with children. Maybe you got rejected by someone that you thought was your person. Yeah. Okay. So someone clearly walked away from a situation that they had to make a decision, and that was the deal. The price you pay for love. Someone walked away because they could not accept the cup that was being on offer because it was based on their ego. It was based on deceit and lies because someone is in a relationship with children. And so they needed to protect their heart. Again, I'm just saying, again, the story is going from here out. Okay? So the story now, as the story continues, universe had to step in. And now someone is suffering the guilt, the shame, the loss, but they knew where their heart belonged. They did. Their heart belongs with their family. So whatever this deceit, lies, whatever someone was doing is over, because universe said we don't, everything that's been eclipsed out of people's lives for ending toxic behaviors is all based on the ego, right? Someone wanted an ego boost. Usually someone's bored in a marriage, in a relationship. They go out, they do what they will, only to find themselves needing by universe standards to pay the price. And that's universe standards. I mean, love is sacred. It's not to be, we've talked about this. This is an important message of how sacred love is. And people are realizing that now. Why? Because they're spending more time alone. They're spending more time with their families. They're realizing the error of their ways. Not everyone is, no. But universe steps in and shows up like this. I mean, this is the truth. The things that you do come back. It's part of the laws of the universe. Cause and effect. The law of cause and effect. And that is just the way it is. What you put out comes back to you tenfold. So someone's going to be feeling kind of crappy for a while, right? But at the end of the day, they knew where their heart really lies. And you can't, you can lie to yourself. It's not so much, I mean, this card depicts not only lying to others for ego purposes, but it's also lying to yourself, right? And how many times have you done this, really? That you have tried to, and have, by definition, escaped your reality. Because that's really what this is. Any kind of affairs, any kind of escape is escaping reality. All addictions are escapes. These are all mind. These are mind, your mind, all those swords. So the last, 7 months, even 7 years, someone has been trying to escape their reality. And now they cannot. Not only because universe stepped in, more importantly, universe stepped in, but also because of the events going out in the external world today. You see what's happening. We do have 2 7s, so obviously, and the wheel, 2 10s. So the wheel came in to say, I'm gonna, you have to pay this price and start over with, and appreciate what you have, right? I mean, it's a constant reminder. Look, this is phases and cycles. Freya comes in and says, how many times are you gonna keep doing the same old, over and over again? Because you're trying to escape your unhappiness. But what you don't realize is that your unhappiness lies within, not without. These phases and cycles, there's a beginning within each ending. Illusions are revealed and released. Exactly. These are the illusions. The truth shall set you free, right? We know that. All right, let's take 2 more. Master Buddha is, of course, coming in to say, you have now increased your awareness as to what matters in your life. Deep connections, and trust your inner voice. So your inner voice came to save you. Your higher self came to save you from something that could have really not only devastated your life and even your financial life. Like if you had chosen the escape route, you could have lost a lot more than what you just did. The price you had to pay for, for love, hope, love, and acceptance, which is the ultimate, right? Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth, which the Queen of Pentacles has, and choose loving thoughts. Well, now, after this humbling experience, someone is now seeing the error of their ways and realizing that universe stepped in and saved them. And hope is not lost. The awareness of what really matters. But this person, this Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, has been in a continuous cycle doing this. Again, 7 months, 7 years, right? 7-year itch, right? Why do they even say that? Why is it 7 years? Have you ever thought about that? 7 years because the heavens is 7 heaven, right? So you're either going to try to escape after 7 years because you're bored, or even 7 months for some. It seems like the magical number, right? Because that's when Spirit says, we're giving you this test to see if you can maintain. And this person has not passed the test because it's a cycle that continues to keep going over and over again with probably different people, right? Every sword of every escape is with someone else, right? Or maybe it's the same person for 7 years that they thought they could keep a side piece going, a side gig, you know, and and it cannot sustain. It just can't. The universe, that's not sacred love. Okay. Let's get a Whispers of Love card to close up the reading for today. Do something for someone else. Give your attention to someone else. And this is the bearer of truth. This is the epitome. This is the bare truth. Why? Because when you give your attention to someone else, such as your spouse or your children and or yourself, you realize that others mean so much more than this. You realize that if you put more energy and effort into helping to give your love and compassion to others, you will not stray, right? It's not that you won't stray, but you'll realize at the end of the day, the changes that the universe made for you was one that you weren't realizing, to be compassionate for others and not just think of yourself, you know. That was another lesson. All right, have a great day. Bye.